Howdy y'all, my name is Scott. I'm the author of Rivet Stone, and I may be just some author, but let me tell you, dialogue is difficult. There's a reason that there's channels and playlists dedicated to this stuff. And even here, you know, this is part one for a reason. There's probably gonna be a few more parts talking about this. But as someone whose second novel is very driven by the actual dialogue, there's a lot more dialogue in this one. I've taken it upon myself to try to elevate my own dialogue. And one of the core pillars of good dialogue is making sure that your characters have distinct voices. Now, what do we mean? If you remove all of the dialogue tags, all the little descriptors from all of your dialogue, right? And you just make it into just one giant block quote or something like that, just a giant bullet point list of every line. Would you, and more importantly, would your readers be able to determine who said what, even without any dialogue tags? The answer is probably not. I mean, probably not. I mean, that's pretty difficult, but we can work on improving the general ratio. I mean, there's always going to be lines that are fairly ubiquitous between character to character, but there should be very key things within people's dialogue that allows you to determine who said what. And again, this is really just introducing the principle of character voices. And the next parts, we're going to be talking about what are the actual things, what can we actually do to make sure that our characters have distinct voices. But this is a concept that I don't think is exactly, I mean, it's definitely talked about, but for me, who's, you know, has like 5 different characters in the room, making sure that it's not just the same sounding person throughout an entire dialogue and argument and conflict, you got to make sure that these characters actually sound different and interesting, or people are just going to get lost. So look forward to the next couple of videos where we're going to be going over a couple more of the tips. Hopefully you're going to get excited to talk about more dialogue, and, you know, throw me a like, throw me a comment, throw me a subscribe, and let's get published.